Welcome back to the Britannia Coin Company. We're a coin dealer based in Royal Wootton Bassett in the UK. Today marks the 10th anniversary of the beginning of the 2012 London Olympic Games. Talk about making you feel old, that was a decade ago. There was a whole host of coins that were released before and during the games, so I thought we'd take a look at some of them now. As ever, there are links down in the description to our website if you want to take a closer look at these coins or make a purchase for your collection. In 2008, this £2 coin was released to mark the handover from the previous Olympic Games in Beijing to London, the next city to host it. The design is credited to the Royal Mint engraving team rather than an individual. The design features the Olympic flag being passed from one hand to another, signifying the end of the 2008 Beijing Games and the start of the build-up to the next Games in London in 2012. This coin was released into circulation in base metal, with 918,000 released into our change, making it a rather rare coin to come across and one you'd be very happy to find. The example here though is a silver-proof PA-foot version, meaning it is double the thickness of a standard silver-proof coin, and there were 3,000 of these minted. 2008 also saw this £2 coin released as well. It celebrates the 100th anniversary of the 4th Olympic Games, which had also been held in London. Interestingly though, it wasn't meant to be in London originally. Rather, it was supposed to be in Rome, but had to be relocated for financial reasons following the eruption of Mount Vesuvius in 1906. The design was created by Thomas Doherty, who also created the Frankenstein £2 coin and the recent Prince William 40th birthday £5 coin too. It features a running track with the year of the 4th Olympiad and the denomination and year of issue. This again had a limited number released into circulation, totaling 910,000, another real star find to get your hands on. This coin though is a standard silver-proof version, and there were just under 7,000 minted. With the Olympic Games returning to London for a record-breaking 3 times, there was a lot of excitement in the build-up, and we had a 4-coin set to count down to 2012. This was the first £5 coin released in this 4-coin set, and came out in 2009. The £5 coins were designed by Claire Aldridge, who had previously designed the 2006 Victoria Cross the Medals 50p. The first coin in the set features a stylized design of swimmers and a countdown clock to the right of the design, which will grow as 2012 got ever closer. There is also the number 3 within the design, being 3 years from the start of the Games in 2012. Now, the USA dominated the swimming events in 2012, taking home 31 medals. Team GB did manage 3 though. The selection process to decide where these games were going to be held ended up being a really tight race, with a short list of 5 cities, including London, Moscow, New York, Madrid, and the favourite to win the bid, Paris. Moscow and New York were eliminated in the first 2 rounds of voting, but the final 3 rounds got very close. Madrid was eliminated next with only 2 votes less than France, and in the final voting round, London ended up with 54 votes to Paris's 50, meaning the Olympic Games would once again return to London. The second coin in this set was this one, released in 2010 in a similar style to the previous coin, but this time it depicts a couple of runners. It also has the number 2 across the central design, now being 2 years away from the Games beginning. Again, the USA dominated athletics at the Games, winning 28 medals, but Team GB did come second with 12 in total. In the build-up to the London Games, there was a relay of torchbearers carrying the flame across the country. The relay didn't just visit the mainland UK, it also encompassed Jersey, Guernsey, the Isle of Man and the Republic of Ireland too. With 8,000 torchbearers travelling 12,800 miles over 70 days, the route extensively covered the whole country from Land's End to Lerwick off the northeast coast of Scotland. In 2011, with 1 year to go, this was the design that would be used to mark the ever-reducing countdown. Again depicting a stylized athlete, this time a cyclist. Cycling was a huge success for Team GB, taking the most medals in the sport with 12. Germany came in second, having won 6 in total. You will also have seen the Olympic logos on each of these coins. It was designed by British design company Wolff Olins, and the public reaction to it was less than warm. Intended to read as 2012, but to reflect the island nation of the UK, there were some harsh reviews in newspapers who even ran their own competition to try and design a better logo. The mascots for the games too raised a few eyebrows. They were intended to have been created as drops of molten steel from the last girder of the Olympic Stadium. The one-eyed creatures had a backstory written by Michael Morpurgo, and a number of animated shorts too. They were called Wenlock and Mandeville, and although disparaged by some, the characters were really popular with 5 to 15-year-olds who were the target audience, so some success there. The final coin in the countdown to the games was released the year of the event. The clock face around the design is now complete, and you can see 3 athletes stood on a victory podium celebrating. With 302 events, this would become a very familiar sight during the Games. The London Games were supported by an army of volunteers as well. Sebastian Coe even commented that the Games wouldn't have happened without them. Initially requiring 70,000 volunteers, once the application process opened, almost 250,000 people raised their hands to assist. It is estimated that 8 million hours of voluntary work was provided for the Games. With the £5 coin countdown series now complete, it's almost time for the Games. I say almost because during the countdown we also got this set of coins too, with 29 individually designed 50p's representing a sport, including 5 Paralympic sports as well. We have recently made a video delving into each of these designs and discussing which are the rarest coins that you can find in your change, so be sure to check that out. These were very popular with seasoned coin collectors and those who didn't have an interest in coins before, bringing lots of new people into the hobby of coin collecting. Each design was an open public competition, so anyone could create and submit their design. And there is a huge variety of people and professions who got their designs submitted and minted. To mark the year of the Games itself, this £5 coin was released. Designed by Simon Mia, it features the skyline of the River Thames, a sight that would become familiar to athletes and those travelling from across the world to watch the Games. Around the outside of the coin too, you can see a number of athletes participating in different sports. The medals too, which were won throughout the Games, were created by the Royal Mint. In fact, the machine used to create the medals was purchased specifically for the task, and I hear it on good authority that it was found and bought through a certain online auction site. That machine still gets used as well, creating the large, high-value precious metal coin ranges. The Royal Mint used to be the sole producer of medals within the UK, with the notable exception of the Victoria Cross. But since 2010, they've had to compete with external companies as well. The Paralympic Games too was celebrated with this £5 coin, designed by Pippa Sanderson, dividing the face of the coin into 4 parts to reflect different elements of the Games, with archery to represent accuracy, a bicycle wheel to signify movement, the face of Big Ben personifies London and time, and then a stopwatch with the logo of the Games which represents speed. If you look closely at the logo of the Games, you can tell the Olympic and Paralympic apart by the designs within the zero of 2012. This would be the first time the Summer Paralympic Games would be hosted by London, a very special return to the UK, as the first Paralympic Games held in 1984 were put on by the English village of Stoke Mandeville and Long Island in New York. The 2012 Paralympic Games broke all ticket sales records and helped to raise the profile of the Games as its own individual event separate from the Olympic Games. There were 503 events over 20 sports and 4,302 athletes competing, with Team GB finishing third in the overall medals table. The last coin we will look at to round off our Olympic celebration is this £2 coin. Much like in 2008, the Olympic handover from Beijing to London was celebrated with its own coin. The handover from London to the next host, Rio, saw this coin released. Designed by Jonathan Oliphey, who created two of the Olympic 50p designs too. It shows the baton being passed from one hand with the Union flag and another receiving the baton with the flag of Brazil below it. Once again, this is a coin that was put into circulation with a low mintage, making it a highly sought after coin with only 845,000 released. This example though is a silver-proof version and there were just under 4,000 minted. Well, there we go, a whole host of coins which were released over the duration of the 2012 Olympic Games. I still can't get over the fact that that was a decade ago. That does make me feel old. Let me know in the comments which is your favourite Olympic coin. For me personally, I really like the Olympic Rio handover. It's such a beautiful design, capturing motion in it. As I said at the start of the video, there are links in the description to our website if you'd like to view any of these coins or make a purchase for your own collection. Be sure as well to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free to do and means you won't miss any of our future uploads. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram, where you'll see us post lots of pictures of our coins. We're on Twitter and TikTok. We've got our shop and online store, but I'll see you next time for more amazing coins from the Britannia Coin Company.